Well, a major step forward for a Sacramento refugee facing deportation to Iraq. The immigration judge in the case put Omar Amin's deportation on hold. KCRA 3 Investigates first broke this story last night. We've been on this story since Amin was arrested back in 2018. KCRA 3 Investigates Brittany Johnson explains what happens now that the judge ruled Amin cannot be deported to Iraq.
A sense of relief for Sacramento refugee Omar Amin, a man the U.S. government claims is a terrorist and murdered an Iraqi police officer. Not only did an immigration judge find Amin was not in Iraq at the time the alleged murder happened, she also found the government's evidence had, quote, substantial deficiencies and is ultimately unpersuasive. Because of this, the judge granted Amin withholding of removal, which means he cannot be sent back to Iraq because of the likelihood he will be tortured upon return. A point Eileen Shugel with Immigrant Legal Defense, part of Amin's defense team, argued successfully.
It's a big deal for two reasons, really. One, because the judge found that he does need protection from removal to Iraq and made a very clear finding that she believes it is more likely than not that he would be tortured if returned. The second reason it's a big deal is because it's now the third time that a court has found that the government cannot prove that Mr. Amin was involved in terrorist organizations or terrorist activities.
Shugel says this is a step forward, but there's still obstacles to overcome. Because although the judge granted that withholding of removal, she denied asylum, a pathway to permanent resident status, and she previously ruled Amin could be deported.
And her removability finding was based on her determination that the government proved that he made some misrepresentations on his refugee application. But we disagree with that decision.
So what happens next? Blake Nordahl, the clinical professor of immigration law at McGeorge Law School, tells KCRA in cases like this, both the government and defense have 30 days to file an appeal of the judge's decision. For the government,
I think it's likely they're going to appeal the decision to that appellate level, which is called the Board of Immigration Appeals. They have 30 days to issue that notice to appeal to the appellate court and making an allegation that the immigration judge erred in granting withholding of removal.
And the defense.
They would have to respond to that appeal.
Because both sides have the right to appeal, the judge's decision is not final, so Amin will remain in detention. His defense team filed a writ of habeas corpus petition requesting his release and, in the alternative, request a new bond hearing so Amin, who has been in custody since 2018, can be home with his family while his immigration case plays out.
So there are several steps that still need to be figured out and carried out before we know whether it's almost over. And we promise to continue to fight really hard and make sure he walks out of detention soon.
Brittany Johnson reporting there. So Amin's hearing on the pending petition challenging his conviction is scheduled for April 13th.